audible? Am I audible? Yes, sir. Okay. I welcome to all of you for the first session of the Atal Fdp. Building the machine learning fundamentals or learning machine learning fundamentals, building the AI. This is the today's agenda. We learn the first basics of the AI or fundamentals of AI. In this we first see the what is AI, then scope of the AI, then overview of AI, ML, DL, then Gen AI with data science. Then we move to the why AI is needed in mechanical engineering, in other domains also. Then external AI. Once your basic is built, then we move for the machine learning. Again in machine learning we start from the basic human learning versus machine learning. HL versus ML. Then we start with history of the machine learning. In 1948 or 43 started the machine learning term. Then how gradually it is increased. Then we move to the why do we need a machine learning? Why the machine learning buzzword nowadays is required. Then we move to the machine learning versus traditional programming. Nowadays what are the programmers are doing versus machine learning programming. Then we move to what to know before starting the ML. Basic fundamental terms you must understand, then you can understand the machine learning concepts. Then we move to critical ML concepts like overfit, underfit, bias, variance, or trade-off, bias, variance. We are going to details in this slide. Then we move to the project development stages. There are different 6 stages of the project development of the machine learning. We see the one by one, so you can understand how the exact ML projects are developed. Then we move to the state of art machine learning application. We see some examples of the machine learning applications in different domains. Then we discuss the research in ML or the mechanical engineering. Fundamentals of AI. AI is a buzzword. Nowadays, each and everyone knows. You can ask the 7th standard student also, you know the ChatGPT. Sometimes students in a teenage using the AI. They don't know the drawbacks, they don't know the benefits, just we are using. The very, or we can say the extensive drawback of AI, ML, DL or anything ChatGPT. It is using the use power. No one is understanding. For simple mail reply or simple thing, anyone is searching on the ChatGPT. Simple. If you not understand any term, AI, just put what is AI. Then lots of information ChatGPT give. But getting this information, how much power is required? No one is using. We are using the resources, but use these resources for the betterment, not for the simple things. Anything today, anyone is searching. Suppose if someone want to take the admission in this college, they can ask the AI. How is the Sahyadri Valley College of Engineering and Technology? Go into the college, see the college website, understand what exactly providing to the college. Why you are asking this? There are silly questions. Okay, we move to the what is exactly AI. What is artificial intelligence? Okay, is everybody knows artificial intelligence is the broad umbrella. There are many applications are used, and this requires whenever you are developing any application, it is required the last 2 words human intelligence. Nowadays many people are saying once the AI, ML, DL or everything is there, then there is no job. But these last 2 words, human intelligence, they are not directly operated. Human intelligence is required to give the instruction then to understand how to work. And how exactly it works? It includes the learning from the experience. We providing the data. Experience means data. If you take the example, if I started 27 or 28 years of experience in teaching, say I can say I learn from the basic. Maybe I just give the example, I don't know anything. If you ask me the 7 years back, what is ML? I don't know anything. I am the blank. But by experience, I have to learn. I have to upgrade myself. I have to reach somewhere, some else. So it is required. Same way, artificial intelligence applications experience is worked on the data. You provide data. Just to search on your mobile any e-commerce application, any whatever you want to buy. Okay. Once you search, next few hours you will see the ad of same whatever you searched. What is that? That is your data is captured, and that data is fed to the artificial intelligence or machine learning system, and they based upon the previous data and new data experience. Previous data is experience. New data is the presentation it given, and it is again showing the same type of ads to you. The next is understand the language. As everybody knows, machine not understand our language directly. So natural language processing (NLP). Through the NLP, we can give the commands to the artificial intelligence or machine learning models. The next is recognize the pattern. Once your data fed in, your machine is trained and new data is given. Once the new data is given, again it generates we understand the data first and find some patterns. Through these patterns, you can solve the problems. Once your problem is solved, or you get the answer or expected answer, not only the answer, expected answer. Data means you can say the sales of the two-wheeler. Many times we reach in the big cities. What happens when you will go to any mall? There is someone is there. We give the some. Sir, we have the policy, and we are going to draw the lucky draw. Maybe you are the next lucky person. You get the so and so this thing. They will give the small sheet. They ask your name, your roll number. They are collecting the data. This is older days. Nowadays, that is not required to go into the mall and collect the data. Itself, whenever you install anything on your mobile, he will take all access from you. नहीं किया access, it will not work properly. जब तक आप उसको yes नहीं बोलेंगे, contacts, access your contact list, yes. Access your gallery, yes. Everything you are doing permission, blindly. We are not thinking. So this data is collected, and based on that data, problems are solved and make the decision. And once the decision is made, you can start working on the ML models. Where we can use the artificial intelligence. This is a broad scope. Anywhere or everywhere, we can use the artificial intelligence for machine learning. To take a simple example, I have started in the morning from my home. Immediately I started the Google Map. What is Google Map? It is a real-time application. You work on the data and you provide the minimum traffic path. Where is the traffic? How much time is required? When you are going to reach? What is this? Means day-to-day life we are using. So where are these areas, or where is the scope? Machine learning, first is the machine learning is the scope. Means you can start with the or experience with the data. This is the first scope of the AI. Second is the natural language processing. Meaning you can see the banking applications. In old days, we have to go to the bank, then give the check. That person will receive the check, then verify your signature. Nowadays, if you just went to the bank or go to the bank, there is a Dropbox for the check. Just keep your check into the Dropbox. Later on that will be scanned, check your signature is true, false, whatever. How it is possible? It is natural language processing. It is converted from your signal to the understanding. Then computer vision, AI interprets and understands visual information from images and video. Nowadays, face recognition, many places or even the colleges use the face recognition or face system for logging the college or entering the attendance. So there are many applications in the computer vision or object detection, detect the vehicles on the road. Many applications we are using. This is the application. The next is robotics. Robotics perform tasks autonomously or semi-autonomously. You can see the many e-commerce applications or e-commerce, whatever the Amazon, Flipkart, all these using the robots to manage their warehouses. Only the one field is remained, and this is everywhere I am telling. I want this is required the two stream students, one from the mechanical, other from the computer. When AI or robot for the agriculture. And you can say that in that day, if the robot is work for the agriculture, then and then the farmer become the rich, otherwise no. You can see maybe the most of here sitting, they have the base is the farmer. And we are facing the big problem is no one is come to the work into the field. Everyone wants the smart work. If you ask, Vyaj, are you coming? He says no. What is the work? If you just ask something difficult work, they say no, I am busy. How do we develop? If you want to develop the agricultural field, then we want the robot in agri. And this is a task for you because young generation, young minds develop the agricultural robots. Next. Expert system, imitate the human expert decision making in field like the medicine, finance, and engineering. Everywhere we can apply. In a medicine, development of the vaccine, development of the medicine tablet, anything. There is a automated system. Expert system means based on the knowledge. We give the first knowledge to the system, and based upon that knowledge, they will work. Next is recognition, as this everybody knows. Means young generation giving the command to Google Assistant. Please set alarm 6:30. What is it? This is your piece recognition. That is understand your command. Or some maybe you are sitting the fellows give the command to the Google, please play this music for me. Alexa. There are very different scope for the AI. Then automation. In future, maybe factories also automated. Only require the 1 or 2 workers to just look on the machinery. This is the future. Maybe the industry 5.0 or behind that is going to happen. Please, next. Okay, we are just go to these words. So, what is AI? Again, what is ML? What is DL? What is JDL? And last, we can see the subset of this is the data science. Everybody knows AI is broad umbrella. Under the AI, this all ML, DL, JDL, data science work under that. We can say that it is a broad field, creating the machines to mimic human intelligence. Means we have to transfer human intelligence to the machine. We can't transfer only the emotions. If someone is throw the ball, I just throw the one ball, immediately that person may be the catch or If it is going to the somewhere on the head, maybe the eyes, evidently change the position. That decision right now, robot system or mechanical or machines or machine learning system is not. They have not the emotion quotient. Then the AI subset is the ML, machine learning. It is a subset. Learn the pattern from the data means it requires the data, use data, not only the small data. Many students come to me, sir, I am developing the so and so this system for detecting the cancer, skin cancer. And my first question is, what is the data set? Sir, I am going to take data from there. How many number of records in that? Sir, let's say 300, 200. Then why does it require ML? Thus, put in Excel sheet, sort that, you will get the answer. So whenever we say the ML requires the big data. And from that big data, it learn the pattern. Learn the pattern means it is testing or training in itself. We take the example small chain. Whenever the teacher teaches the small chain, they start with not like this. Say they draw the egg. They will say first draw the horizontal line, vertical line, slanting line, arc. Then they move. This is experience. This is the data given to you. Is get knowledgeable how to draw the lines first, straight line first, horizontal straight line, the vertical straight line, then different arcs or something. So that is the experience of data. Data is given. Learn from the data. Learn means train your system, train the model. Even we are the trained. If you just remember in a first standard, you know, if your field is from the, you can take any example of 12th or whatever the 12th science or 10th method example. You don't know that time. But by experience means by the some data is fed your mind, then your mind gradually accept that and you are trained your mind and you can do your addition, subtraction, whatever. And make the decision or you can find the result. Make the decision, predict the decision. If I given the hundreds of fruits and a mixed fruit, you can immediately pick one, sir, this is the same thing in applied machine learning. We give to the use data, from that use data, that data will be classified, that data may be clustered, that data will be detected. This is a fruit, apple, orange, banana, whatever. Then next we move to the DL. Again we can say the DL is a subset of ML or AI. But here DL require the use data. Agar ML require the big data, then DL require the use data. DL work in the multiple layers. At least minimum 7 to 10 layers required to go through your data. Go through data means analyze your data in URI step or URI layer. So through that layer, your data using that neural network learn the complex pattern. And many medicine companies are using the or many applications. Many times blindly choose the using ML, using DL. Understand what is your data size first. Then go for the ML or DL. Then next is the GenAI. Everybody knows the GenAI. There are many applications: Gemini, ChatGPT, Notebook, NL. There are many applications nowadays developed. And these applications generate the text for you, generate the images for you, generate the you can say create the song, images, anything. Then there is the last is the data science. Data science is actually mathematical. If you want to train your model good output, then you have to use the statistics and probability. So your model gives a better answer. Why AI is needed in mechanical engineering? Writing the complexity of the machine. Day by day, machines are becoming the smarter. Day by day, machines include the sensors. You can see the anything. Your fridge at home has the Wi-Fi connection. You can install that. You can set the temperature, and you can find the diagnose the fault also. So day by day, writing the complexity of the machines. The need for precision. Very small, as if you are from the mechanical engineering and many knows assembly line working on the precision. If the one part is small defect, that part is not fit into the assembly. So that is the stage. So precision is the most important. The huge data generation, as everybody know, we are using in the era of 21st. We are using the mobile in 24 hours, if you are sleeping 8 hours, remaining 8 to 12 hours you are using the mobile and you are generating the data for the others. Faster development life cycle. Nowadays, if you just see the old days, one manufacturing the one car required 2 days. Nowadays, manufacturing one car required only 2 hours. This is the faster production life cycle, development life cycle. AI in mechanical engineering, where we can use the AI in mechanical engineering, because I thought the audience from the most of from the mechanical engineering, that's why I prepared that. But AI is used in any domain, everywhere. We can use in audio infrastructure of the bridge in civil engineering. We can use in electrical to predict the uses of electricity or grid or any computer IT, AI is very used. AI in design and simulation. If you give the task to some human maybe draw some design. But if you give to the task to the AI gives the multiple designs of the same product using the CAD animation. Then AI manufacturing, smart factories, robotics automation, quality controls to control the quality, to develop the smart factories or to support the industry 5.0 or to create or evaluate new material. We require the AI manufacturing. Then predictive maintenance, machinery, whenever we can say the machinery, we require the predictive maintenance. Previously, preventive maintenance. Okay, then sometimes you require maintenance, and this is the preventive maintenance. Before your machine going to down, you have to be get to know so it is different preventive maintenance. If someone sometimes you just visit nowadays your all automobile vehicles, they are using the, if just went to the and see the vendor have the one laptop, they connect to your system and analyze the where is the fault. But जितने भी नए जितने भी cars हैं उतने, they human not understand where is the fault. They have to attach to their dashboard or some laptop like system, and that will give where is the part, which part is fails, where is a fault, how to diagnose, everything is next. Yeah, in the material and manufacturing process to develop the new materials, to generate the new things for required for the industry 5.0, process optimization, reduce the time, assembly line time, maybe you can say. Then fault detection, in easy way you can detect the fault. Then AI robotics, autonomous robot. I just told example, e-commerce, warehouses using the robots to segregate the material. Then human robot collaboration, you can give the instruction to the robot, robots work on that. Anyway, you can see the many videos, robot work as a waiter, robot work as a nurse, like this. Precision operations we discussed. We require the small precisions in the applications. Then where is the real world application? Smart HVAC. H is humidity, V is vaporization, AC is air conditioning. Nowadays the buildings also becoming the smart. In Pune, if you visit the Panchashil Tower in Vimannagar, this is the smart building. They automatically or sensor based. You can say simple or sensors are installed, and that sensors give to the data to the autonomous system and work on that. Means how much AC cooling is required in which area. Smart HVAC systems. The next is the autonomous vehicles. Everybody knows, or many times students are trying to develop, but in 2013 or 2010 started the autonomous vehicles in foreign. And nowadays, driverless car is there and working fine in few cities, not all cities. Okay. So autonomous vehicles, it is maybe the future. AI-driven CNC machines. Previously, the human operable. Nowadays, it is AI-driven. Means we can say the quality output or your product is perfect. Then intelligent supply chain. Supply chain requires the from manufacturer to user. There is a supply chain. Mostly supply chain in the medical is required because nowadays there are the many fake medicines are generated by the people and they are sold by the shops. AI versus external AI. External AI is the advanced part of AI. External AI, what exactly first AI? AI is the black box. You give the some data, you give the input, it gives you the output. But suppose if I say, if I give the data 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus whatever, and I am getting the answer 3 plus 5 is the 9. Everybody knows it is wrong. But external AI giving the details, how it is true, how it is 9. It is giving details. Means suppose if I have given the data of the fruits to the AI system and we are dealing with it, we can say the thousands of fruits are there, but these are the mixed fruits. Okay? And it predicts some fruit in the apple, some fruit in the orange, some fruit in the banana. But it mixed somewhere into the apple and orange. Some apple into the classified as orange. देखो मैंने अगर 100 एप्पल थे तो उसमें से उसने 97 ही एप्पल बताए, बाकी नहीं बताया. Okay, then I can say my model give the 97% accuracy. 3% is a outliers. Means 3 जो एप्पल थे लेकिन it is not given the output. It told me it is made in the orange. Okay. So it is called outliers in machine learning. So how you can make how exactly it makes a decision कि भाई एप्पल 97 ही क्यों थे, not 100 क्यों नहीं थे, तो वो whatever that will be given by the student. External AI, this is second. Why external AI is the subset focus on making those system decision transparent and understandable to human. कि भाई ये मेरा whatever, suppose you can take the example, अब ऐसा कभी हुआ क्या कि you have set the Google map और आपने बताया कि you want to go there but it takes somewhere else. ऐसा हुआ किसी के साथ में? नहीं हुआ. हाँ, ये हो सकता है कि maybe there is the narrow road, your vehicle may not be fit. I can understand. Maybe somewhere some pictures also social media you may be seeing. But ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि there is no road. Maybe there is small road. Okay. But maybe we have chosen the wrong vehicle. Instead of car, I am choosing the two-wheeler. That way. Okay, so how exactly the route is calculated? That transparency based upon the which algorithm used internally to find the shortest path from this place to this place. Mean that will be showing कि भाई मैंने ऐसा ऐसा यहाँ पे traffic कम था इसलिए that's why we can do. Explain here is whatever the output you get the transparency it is correct. Okay, next. This is just difference between the AI traditional and exponential AI. I am not going to know details because this is just comparison between two. Making AI transparent and trustworthy. देखो, whatever the output you are, once your machine is trained, and you have to believe it correct through the external AI. External AI giving to the transparency or giving the what logic is used, how this answer is come, given each and every details by the external AI. And this is the future because many applications are developed, but external AI is required because we have to believe, we have to be this model giving the correct answer, not the wrong answer. Understanding the logic behind AI decision, what is the logic, whatever the answer is there, what is the logic for it. Process and method that allows human to understand AI decision, whatever the decision, what methods, what functions, what variables, what data set used, what data set, why not data set giving the wrong answer or correct answer. maybe ऐसा हो सकता है कि my data set is noisy, data set में बहुत सारे wrong चीजें, so ultimately I will get the not perfect answer. Maybe I am getting only 80-87% accuracy, not 100% or not the 90 or 92 100. So yeah, whatever decision is taken, that will make the transfer by the external. Key concept is interpretability and explainability. Interpretability means what logic internally used, how model internally works, and what logic and design use. It is internal part. Then externality means how it is correct. वो answer is कैसे correct है और why it is correct, that is given externality. Why the model made specific decision. जैसे मैंने बताया कि भाई 100 में से 97 ही एप्पल क्यों बताया? Why? Because some apple maybe the looks like orange. It is given explanation to it, or maybe it is not in good condition. Reason behind the outcome. Why external AI matters? Builds user trust. User का trust होगा तो AI में use होगा, नहीं तो otherwise no one can use. Ensure compliance and regularity. There are many bodies, or we can say the rules made for the acceptability. Likely no one can say this external model is correct. There are many models are used for the external AI. It is the bias and error. We are going to see later what is the bias, what is the variance in some both slides. Whenever better decision making in critical domains, ethical and fair decision making means how the decision is made, why the decision is correct or ethical. So then and then user can use this AI method. Key benefits of external AI: take the confidence, model gives the correct answer through the interpreting and externality. Early detection of model errors and bias. जो भी errors है, देखो ट्रांसफर हो गया है, we know this is given the wrong answer. लेकिन क्यों wrong दे रहा है? अगर वो, if you know that, you can change your logic, you can change your design, and you get the correct answer. Security, compliance, and legal protection. So there is an act or rules are made, and through that it will be used. Then better stakeholders engagement and adoption. Stakeholder means users. User believe on the model, believe on the AI, and use for their system, maybe their products in future. Then what are the challenges? Trade-off between the model complexity and interpretability. What exactly? If you make the model complex, it increases the bias. If you make your model simple, it increases the variance. If your bias is high, then it is underfit. If the bias is low and variance is high, then your model is the overfit. We are going to see this concept in the video. Then course of explanation may be incomplete or misleading. Explainer AI ने transparently बता दिया कि this is the answer and why this is coming. This is required for the how exactly decisions are wrong. You can't say the external AI is every time correct. No one size fit all solution for all domains. एक ही model or every model is work for the everywhere. Not, it is not possible. Or external AI every time give the correct answer. This is also not there. There is some rules and some regulator is working on for that. Require domain expertise and user understanding. इसके लिए expert की जरूरत है. Expert means they can tell us yes, model working fine, model giving the correct answer. Okay, next. Techniques experiment. These are models. 4 models used to get the interpretability and stability of the model. Svcet, Shapely, additive, estimative. This is model. These models give the decision is correct or trustworthy decision to the user. Live is there. Feature importance model there. Surrogate model is there. These models, or we can say that these are the type of simple models used to get the insight of the decision, insight of the design of the model. Futures in AI, mechanical engineering, AI-driven product development, everywhere in AI. You can see the Google or Meta, there is some classes with the AI. Means each and every, maybe my car key also the AI. In some, maybe in future, if I lost my key, my mobile will give me the where is the location of my key. Even many times the spec is not getting. If it is AI driven or if it is GPS based, I can find where is the location of my spec. Means each and every, you can see your trees become smart, your heater becomes smart, your AC, everybody knows AC is the smart. Those are ad देखेंगे आप लोग. What is the smartness? Based upon the environment, they set the temperature. How much the cooling is required. So, AI-driven products are in the market and in future, each and every is AI-driven. More efficient machines, getting the more efficiency or getting the more work from the system. Or any machine. The digital engineering ecosystem, we can create the twins or digital twins. In some area, human not works in that particular. You can take the many times you can see the video. There is -20 in the ice is there everywhere. Just living. Maybe in future there is the AI robots, work dancer, soldier. Fully automated factories. I have given these smart factories, fully automated factories in the future, or many factories. Day by day the workload is going to less, but smart people required everywhere. Many times I have asked the one question to one IIT guy. Nowadays AI ML is, everyone is thinking there is cut of the jobs. Well, when you are the system, when you are the machine, we can give an example. In 1970 there is a machineries is developed. At that time, same thinking. People are thinking, अभी तो assembly line का काम कम हो गया है. There is no job. But day by day, you can see the job is still there, but require the specialization. If I take the myself, if I pass my B in 1996, at that time there is no Java, no C++, nothing. Even I work for the Google is not there, Windows is not there. We worked on the disk operating system. So ऐसा हुआ नहीं कि भाई विंडोज आ गया तो कंपनी में से बहुत सारे लोग कम हो गए, नहीं. AML भी आ गया, whatever the AML or anything is come to it. Behind that maybe the new in the future. Still human is required, human intelligence is required. Okay, fundamentals of AI making clear. Then we move to the machine learning. So machine learning, before we discuss with the machine learning, what is human learning? हम लोग कैसे सीखें? We learn from the experience. जैसे मैंने बताया example, we started with the horizontal line, then vertical line, then slanting, whatever. Or then curve, if you are medium, if you are English medium, then ABCD. एक ही दिन में आप लोगों को नहीं पढ़ाना है. Experience by your data set, your mind में data set, inputs are fed. Same way, learn from the data. आपको मशीन को अगर learn करना है, it is required data and authorized data. Many times, many students come to me, sir, I want to develop medical application. Data is authorized data from any doctor ने authenticated data. We can say the authenticated data. कोई डॉक्टर authenticate किया है क्या? और ऐसा ही नहीं कि भाई आगे सर ये डेटा सेट है, भाई it has the many errors, not properly cleaned. Now we take a simple example. Many times लोग पूछते हैं, what is your age? What is your height? What is your weight? Then from your height and weight, it will find the body index mass. You have obesity, you are normal, you require this exercise and this, all this. This is proper data. It is required proper data. ECG. Use data is generated, but no one is predicting when the heart attack is coming, when the ECG is normal. Doctor, अपने हमने पास मिल रहा है, we are moving from the doctor will be so, it is okay, it is normal. We how to use the AI in such applications. We get the details. What should be the, or this ECG will predict what is the condition of your heart, what are the signals, what exercise required. So you learn from the data. देखिए उससे data चाहिए. Machine आ गया तो data. Understand emotion and context. अगर if I want to speak into the different occasions, context अलग अलग है, तो मेरे को एक ही जैसा speak करके नहीं चलेगा, बराबर है? I have to change my thinking, I have to change my speaking, I have to change my text. But your machine improve automatically, but it is work on the same thing. उसके ऊपर ही train हुआ है ना, same. Flexible and creative. Human is flexible and creative, but pattern-based decision making. Pattern-based means data-based. जितना डेटा अच्छा, उतना पैटर्न अच्छा, उतना आपका आउटपुट अच्छा. यहाँ पे ड्रॉबैक क्या है? ह्यूमन can't work continuously, but machine learning operation, machine learning work continuously because that is a machine. Human have the emotion and different context or different works or different requirement, we can say, but machine have. Then human learn from the observation, reasoning, practice and adoption, emotional intelligence, and machine learn from the data. Algorithm is the model. We can say the machine learning model is the algorithm. Then training models, we train our model on the some data set. Then we test. Then we go for the final test. Then testing can improve your accuracy. These are key differences. It is like a previous slide. I will just move very fastly because this is maybe the very can say simple brief history of the machine learning. We can say 1940 to 50 early idea of intelligence, and this early idea will be put by the Torch and Fitz. But the machine have the intelligence idea will be there. But in 1950, Alan Turing, and we can say this is the father of machine learning. He started in 1950. If someone is from the computer engineering, then they learn the Turing machine. This Turing machine developed by Alan Turing. Nowadays, those who are whatever I learned Turing machine, same nowadays also learning Turing machine. In a area of competition. Alan Turing can say it will made the one chessboard game machine play with the human. Then 1952 Arthur Samuel developed the chessboard. Then Arthur Samuel find machine can learn. हमको machine को हम लोग learn कर सकते हैं. Machine can work as per our instructions. Please. Then 1950 to 60 era decade, perception era. In 1957 time, Rosenberg developed the system based on the perception. His early neural network for classification means it divide the given a pattern. तो हम लोग कैसे न्यूरल नेटवर्क को नहीं पढ़ता, हम लोग कैसे हमारे न्यूरॉन्स ऑफ द ब्रेन विल बी डेवलप्ड. Our teacher told us green, we can say parrot, we can say tree. How? हमारे दिमाग में वो न्यूरॉन डेवलप किया है. When we say the yellow, we can say these things are yellow. When we say the black, when we say the white, then we understand this color is this color is this is a pink, this is a red, this is something, this is something. This is develop the neuron in your brain. Same way, your system have or machine have the neurons. We have to develop, and based upon that, it become knowledgeable. देखो हम लोग को knowledgeable किया गया था. Same way we apply to the machine also. हमको knowledgeable किया जाता है जैसे machine को किया जाता है knowledgeable. Same thing. Then it goes. Okay. But in 1969, Minsky and Pepper find the limitation of the perception system. It is only work for the linear system. अगर data linearly progress हो रहा है, suppose age is 20, salary is 17,000. Age is 25, salary is 20. Means linearly progress. Age is increased, salary is increased. But if it is there is someone age is 30 and he is getting the 1 lakh rupees salary, it is non-linear. That non-linear problem statements, the model developed by the Franks is not working. So then in the first AI winter is the one workshop. Like a workshop, in that they discuss what is development in AI in 1969, and they find it is only work for the linear or not for the non-linear. Then era 70 to 80 comes the symbolic. Then expert system, this is an expert system बनता है कि neuron based it will develop expert systems. Then it is used in the medicine and computer configuration or computer vision. They work well in narrow domains, and it is small problem statements, not the big. Then it's expensive to maintain, its high cost is there. Then unable to learn or adapt. Agar if you get the or you have the big data, it will not work properly. It gives a wrong reason. Maybe the we can say the accuracy is less. Then second year winter, they are providing the funding for development. In foreign countries, there is funding phenomenon is very nice. Researchers get the fund from the companies, they work on problem statement. But in India, this is not the era. Nowadays, we have to suppose someone who is doing research, he has to do its own. Next. Then develop statistical learning. In 1990s, statistical learning is nothing but the mathematics included into the ML. Before is symbolic, before is linear, non-linear, regression. But after that it is changed and different algorithms are developed. Maybe then you in next section we will learn the decision tree, then k nearest neighbor, Davis bias, submodel machine, then simple learning, tagging, and boosting. These are all algorithms or models of the machine learning developed into the 1990s. Then the success of these all algorithms is more data availability, more day by day data is going to increase, and strong theoretical foundation. This is just given the snapshot of the what is decision tree, what is the SVM, what is the regression, what is Davis bias. Okay, so maybe you will learn in the few, maybe the next session or maybe the coming days. Then in 2000, technological driven or drivers are or can increase the technology or data getting the easily, because we are using mobile, we are using sensors, we are using IoT devices, many things. So automatically it increase the data. Once data is increased, explosion of the due to the internet, due to the growth of databases, and improve the capacity of CPUs and GPUs. If someone is know the Colab, Google is providing the Colab nowadays, it is a GPU based system. This is online system. Then many applications developed. This is few of them is the spam filtering. Your mail is after spam alag ho jate. Then your cancer social is different. Your required or inbox may whatever the emails will be there. Then search engine Google is developed in 1998. Then recommendation system Amazon, Netflix. Then credit scoring and fraud detection or credit card fraud detection. These are developed the system. There is a few examples. There are many examples in the system. Then neural network still limited. Neural network is used in a machine to make it the knowledgeable. Then deep network exists but were hard to train due to deep network. Deep network is deep. Whenever we say the deep, it has a multiple layers. First layer is detect the object, second layer detect the vehicles, third layer detect the trees, fourth layer detect the something. But each and every layer has a different work. Vanishing gradient, then limited computing power. Whenever the data is increased, power limitation is there. In 2010, these three persons developed the AlexNet, a machine learning model. AlexNet is the machine learning model. Developed in 2012, AlexNet is a machine learning model, and won the ImageNet competition. Means huge image data is given, and it predicted very nice accuracy, very nice result. Decisions or prediction is very nice. And these persons changed from machine learning to convolutional neural network (CNN). We can say CNN is used. They are used 7-layer model. CNN 7-layer model. 7-layer means each and every layer has a different work. Means complex data set given to the CNN, it give to the exact or better accuracy output to us. The key models developed after that is the CNN or image, and if you want to, if your data set is image and video, then use the CNN model. If your data set is sequence data, speech or text data, then use the RNN and LST. If your data is image generation, आपको image generate करना अलग अलग text से, then use the can. Then attention based model. As you know, attention based, if you just see the nowadays Google also attended attention based model. अगर आपने अपना WhatsApp 10 मिनट देखा, it will show in last 12 minutes you use WhatsApp. Well, it is attention based model. Transform the how much time I am on the particular tab. This developed in 1970. The major achievements: speech recognition at human level accuracy, then machine translation. Then AlphaGo 2016 defeated the world champion in Go. Go is the one game used in the foreign countries, and AlphaGo is developed the automated system to play with the human. When this is the Go game developed by the AlphaGo, and it, we can say, the human versus machine, and machine won that game because how this machine is trained. There are thousands of moves, thousands of data inserted, and based upon that it won and gives the answer. Then modern era in 2020 present, there is ChatGPT, there is large language models, and these models change everything. And maybe in the future, if we want to 2 plus 2, I have asked Gemini, I asked the GPT, what is the 2 plus 2? कितने लोग ऐसे हैं कि anything is searching on the Gemini. मैंने पहले बताया what is the drawback of we are using these models. Example: ChatGPT, BRT, P5, Cloud, Gemini, Notebook, ML. There are many models are available nowadays. For text generation, different model; image generation, different model; then video generation, different model. Everything is available. Self-supervised learning models will be used. Transfer learning, multi-model. Multi-model means it uses the multiple data set: text, image, video, audio. Worked on that. That is called multi-model. Focus area: responsible AI. जैसे explainable AI था, वैसे responsible AI आने वाला है. Then fairness and bias. आपका model automatically bias and variance set करेगा. Interpretability, जैसे मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया में प्रॉब्लम था इंटरप्रेटेबिलिटी का, यहाँ पे वो once the responsible AI is coming, it is the responsible for interpretation and explanation also. Yeah, alignment and safety means providing the more safety or more secure application or products to the user. Please. Why do we need the machine learning? Data exploration, because day to day use data is generated. कैसे जनरेट हो रहा है? सेंसर्स है, IoT है, ह्यूमन है. We are the one of the part data generation. IoT is there. Sensors are there. Too large for human to analyze because this is huge data we can't analyze. So machines are required. ML helps to find the pattern, find the decision, find the accuracy, proper accuracy or good accuracy. Limitation of traditional programming. Traditional programming in future, there is no traditional programming. Nowadays, computer engineer require AI and ML knowledge. Mechanical engineer may require AI and ML knowledge. There is a few, we can say the mechatronics, mechanical and electronics. In future, mechacom भी branch आ सकता है. In future, because you learn some mechanical subjects and you learn some computer subjects, maybe AI. No suitable for the complex problem. Automatically. Need for automation. Question is required for automation because day to day we want the fast development cycle. अगर रोड बनाना है मेरे बिल्डिंग में तो आई विल बी मेड द, बट एक ऐसा था 1 या 2 किलोमीटर, आधा किलोमीटर रोड था, अभी वैसा नहीं, अभी 20 किलोमीटर रोड लगती है। सो द गुड मशीनरी डेवलपमेंट ऑफ, we can say the many technologies. Need for automation, जो भी repetitive task है, if someone is set 3 plus 3 3 6 6 plus 3 9 9 plus 3, अगर किसी को मैंने ह्यूमन को बताया तो ये मे भी only 1 or 2 हाथ में बोर हो जाएगा, बट ह्यूमन को दे दिया ना पूरा करके बैठेगा। repetitive task जहाँ पे वहाँ पे आप लोग दे सकते हैं। Save time, reduce human errors, human make the errors, but machine never make the error. Increase the efficiency. रियल टाइम डिसीजन मेकिंग, ऑटोनोमस कार, रियल टाइम डिसीजन लेना है। ह्यूमन वो के भी हम लोग कभी गलती कर देते हैं, क्या होता है हम लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं। एक्सीलेटर के बाउंड निकालना था, ब्रेक पे लगाना था, कुछ तो इंसिडेंट आया, वी मेड जंपलिंग, हमने एक्सीलेटर प्रेस कर दिया, बट सिस्टम इज नॉट, बिकॉज दिस इज अ ट्रेन। लेकिन उसके ट्रेन के लिए मेनी huge data is required। हम लोग बोलते हैं autonomous car is there, driverless car is there, इतना सिंपल है driverless car को ट्रेन करना in situation, each and every situation, how human is taking decision, then how your system will take decision. This is the pattern recorded by the human drivers, and based upon that data model is trained, and then it will work. Okay. Real decision making, instant analysis, safe running cars, and fraud detection. Then fraud detection also nowadays there is very nice system developed by many banks. Immediately you get the message from your bank account, this much amount is withdrawn or this much amount is transferred. You can immediately block that transaction. Okay, this is just due to the solving the complex problem, event and field recognition, medical diagnosis, neural network understanding. There are many complex problems that can't solve by the human, that can be solved by the AI. Okay. Accuracy prediction में बहुत सी बार बताया, accuracy is most important. Quality, when accurate, then quality increase. Otherwise, there is a defect in the many systems or defect products to be developed. Please. Why do we use the machine learning? When we use when the human expertise not think or behind the human expertise. Okay? वहाँ पे human expertise नहीं है, उससे example दे depending on the marks. Human can't explain their expertise, speech recognition, we can't recognize speech. Model must be customized, personalized, very same. Model are based on the huge amount of data, or use amount of generated the data at that time require the machine learning. Please. ट्रेडिशनल प्रोग्रामिंग में हम लोग कैसे करते थे प्रोग्राम? हम लोग क्या करते थे, पहले एक प्रोग्राम लिखते थे, उसको डेटा देते थे। मैंने प्रोग्राम लिख दिया, उसको डेटा दे दिया, ओके, देन वी रन द प्रोग्राम, वी गेट आउटपुट। अभी वैसा नहीं, हम लोग क्या करते हैं, अभी हम लोग डेटा देते और मेरे को आउटपुट ऐसा चाहिए उसको बोलते हैं, दिस इज द डेटा, दिस इज आउटपुट, दैट इज गिवन टू द कंप्यूटर। कंप्यूटर लर्न फ्रॉम द डेटा। क्या हो रहा है, कंप्यूटर खुद लर्न कर रहा है डेटा से एंड जनरेट द प्रोग्राम और डेवलप द मॉडल। दिस मॉडल नथिंग बट द एल्गोरिथम, and that's why you can just see the input to the traditional programming is the data and program, and output you are getting to the, but here is the data and output given to the system. System learns on the data and generate the rules or program, and based upon the new data, जैसे new data आएगा उसके पास it will again applies your trained model or your data whatever you learned previously, apply to the new data and find the patterns. Next, before going to the details, अगर आपको आगे जाके machine learning understand करना है, you must know the what is the feature, what is the data set. What data set is the कलेक्शन ऑफ डेटा यूज फॉर ट्रेनिंग एंड टेस्टिंग. अब डेटा सेट कौन सा हो सकता है? डायबिटिक पर्सन डेटा सेट, skin cancer data set. This is because I am from computer, so I know this. In mechanical, अगर कोई मशीन का फॉल्ट फाइंड करना है तो उसके लिए उसके सेंसर का डेटा सेट लगेगा. ओके, सो देयर डिपेंड्स अपॉन द डोमेन you require that domain data. Can be image, text, number, audio, video. Okay. Feature is an individual measurable property of our data. तो कभी मेरा नाम है ईश्वर सदाशिव, मेरे आगे अगर लिखा है एज so and so, this is a measurable. Age is the measurable. Then weight is a measurable. Then height, उसको height दूंगा मैं, बराबर है, it is measurable. Based upon that, it will predict the body index mass. So, feature is an individual measurable property of our data. A set of numerical features or values can be conveniently described by the feature vector. Feature vector means age, height, weight, body index mass. Then उसके ऊपर से I will predict उसको डायबिटिक हो सकता है क्या, उसको हार्ट अटैक आ सकता है क्या, depends on these different parameters. I will find a decision. I will take the decision. My system will take this. Feature vector are fed as input to the model. यानी कि हम लोग feature vector means this use data, not the single person data. Because if you want to make your model predictable or decision, take the proper decision, you have to train the model. पहले आपका डेटा सेट से मॉडल ट्रेन होगा. It learn from the data. Then वो बोलेगा कि भाई इसका हाइट इतना है तो उसका वेट इतना ही चाहिए. अगर इसका वेट ज्यादा है तो it has the हार्ट अटैक, डायबिटीज. ये तो हम भी बता सकते हैं. लेकिन if it is used data, then it is required the system. For example, in order to predict the fruit, अगर मैंने उसको मल्टीपल फ्रूट्स दे दिए तो मैं उसके फीचर वेरी कलर्स में टेस्ट बेस्ड अपॉन दैट इट विल बी segregate the fruit for me. Then target label is nothing but output or prediction, classification, detection. But target variable or label is the value to be predicted by our model. हमारा मॉडल बताएगा कि एप्पल है, ऑरेंज है, मैंने जैसे बताया वो then वहाँ पे नीचे भी आएगी. For example, discuss in the feature section. The label with the each set of input will be named. if fruit है, कौन सा fruit है, एप्पल है, ऑरेंज है, बनाना है, हुआ है, whatever. ट्रेनिंग डेटा एंड टेस्टिंग डेटा. देखो आपके पास डेटा सेट है. डेटा सेट में से आप लोग कुछ पार्ट को ट्रेन करेंगे मॉडल, बराबर. देन थोड़ा सा जो पार्ट है उसमें का पार्ट यू हैव टू डिसाइड व्हिच पार्ट, हाउ मच पार्ट यू वांट टू ट्रेन योर सिस्टम. कुछ लोग 20-80 लेते हैं. 20 इज अ ट्रेनिंग एंड 80 इज अ टेस्टिंग. कुछ लोग 50-50 लेते हैं, कुछ लोग 40-60 लेते हैं, डिपेंड्स. बट 20-80 इज अ गुड कॉम्बिनेशन. 20 के ऊपर मॉडल ट्रेन करो एंड 80% डेटा गिव एज अ टेस्ट. देन मॉडल हम लोग हर एवरी टाइम बोल रहे हैं मॉडल मॉडल मॉडल. व्हाट इज द मॉडल? मॉडल इज द एल्गोरिथम. मशीन लर्निंग का एल्गोरिथम होता है. एसवीएम रहेगा, डिसीजन ट्री रहेगा, database रहेगा. There are many algorithms. Based upon your data set, you have to choose. Model is a specific representation learned from data by applying some machine learning algorithm. Machine learning algorithm कोई हमको डेटा देते हैं, उससे वो ट्रेन होता है पहले. देन हम लोग टेस्टिंग करते हैं. टेस्टिंग और ट्रेनिंग की एक्यूरेसी कंपेयर करते हैं कि भाई एक्यूरेसी टेस्टिंग में भी मेरे को 80% मिला था और ट्रेनिंग में भी 80% मिला. देन प्रेडिक्शन, जैसे मैंने बताया कि वो लेबर देगा, इसको बनाना करेगा, उसको ऑरेंज करेगा. सेम होगी प्रेडिक्शन. और मॉडल इज रेडी, इट कैन बी प्लेस अ सेट ऑफ इनपुट विल बी प्रोवाइड प्रेडिक्टिंग योर आउटपुट, प्रॉपर करेक्ट आउटपुट. जैसे मैंने अगर ये दे दिया पर्सन के कुछ तो फीचर दे देते हैं, नेम ऑफ द पर्सन, एज ऑफ द पर्सन, सैलरी, देन उसके कुछ तो मैं बताऊंगा कि व्हाट ही परचेस्ड इन सम thing, maybe he purchased TV, he purchased two-wheeler, he purchased four-wheeler, he purchased something. ऐसे उनका डेटा सेट, बराबर? ये डेटा सेट से मैं मॉडल ट्रेन करूंगा, कौन से एज पे क्या खरीदे, कौन से एज पे क्या खरीदे. Suppose age from 25 to 30 they will be buy TV, oven, fridge, two-wheeler. If age is 30 to 35 they will be buying the small family car. So based upon these data, मेरे पास एक पूरा पुणे का डेटा है. So I will apply this data to my model and predict कौन से इसके क्या खरीद रहे हैं, and based upon I will put the offer. हम लोग ऑफर निकालेंगे कि भाई हम लोग फिर टारगेट करेंगे, नॉट द ऑफर, वी टारगेट दैट एज पीपल्स इन द पुणे सिटी टू सेंड द SMS, to send the social media post. These are the facilities available in Chrome. These are facilities available into the big basket. Whatever. जो उसके purchase का pattern है, देखो this is increase. देखो ये जो हम लोग इतना learn कर रहे हैं ना, it is behind the increase the business. ये business increase के लिए चल रहा है. ये कॉमन के लिए हमारे लिए जो बना के रखा है ना, चैट जीपीटी और कौन सा क्या बोलते हैं उसको, इंस्टा, ये हमको उसने उन्होंने कर दिया कि भाई तू पूरा दिन उसके ऊपर रहे, करते रहे, चल. बट बिजनेस पीपल यूजिंग दिस डेटा, देखो हमेशा बोलता है कि हमारा डेटा चोरी कर लिया, हमारा डेटा चोरी कर लिया. तो यही तो चोरी कर लिया कि भाई तुमने शूज खरीदा तो अब तक एक साल के बाद आपको मैसेज आएगा ही कि very nice shoes are available, 50% off these shoes. और बहुत से बार देखो आप लोग जो है ना, अभी मोबाइल सामने कुछ को ऐसी बात करो, वो next few hours started showing the same type of ads to you. अगर आपने एक टाइप के रील देख लिया ना, पूरा दिन वो बाद में आप पूछेंगे तो फिर भी वही रील आपको दिखाएगा. कैसे हो रहा है? Is learn your behavior. आपको क्या अच्छा लग रहा है. So prediction next. These are the critical concepts in the machine learning. Overfitting versus underfitting. Balance model complex to the generalized well on new data. हम लोग ये देखने वाले पूरा डिटेल what is overfitting, what is underfitting. Balance में बताऊंगा. Balance means bias and variance. Bias is the मेरा actual value 9 आना चाहिए था, but my model predicted 8.7. Difference between actual value and predicted value जो भी 0.3 था, that is called bias. अगर ये bias increased तो मेरा मॉडल होगा underfit. अगर मेरा variance high है, my model giving the high variance, then it overfit. अगर देखो मैंने मॉडल को बताया, मैंने एक बंदे का एज, वेट, हाइट दे दिया और उसको प्रेडिक्ट बोला कि भाई उसके लिए शूज बन, बराबर है. और उसने शूज बनाए छोटे बच्चे को. मैंने एज तो दिया था 25 इयर्स, लेकिन उसने शूज बनाया स्मॉल चाइल्ड. तो मेरा मॉडल गलत काम कर रहा है. लेकिन जब मैंने उसको ट्रेन किया था, देखो मैंने जब मॉडल ट्रेन किया था, मैं कुछ डेटा लूंगा जिसको मैं ट्रेन करूंगा, उस टाइम पे मेरे को बराबर बता रहा था कि वो बड़े आदमी का ही शूज बना रहा है. पर जैसे मैंने टेस्ट डेटा दे दिया, मेरा मॉडल टू सिंपल था, वो टेस्ट डेटा में वो कंफ्यूज हो गया, उसने मेरे को बड़े के जगह छोटा शूज बना के दे दिया. प्रेडिक्शन चल रहा है, एक्चुअल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं होगा, ये सबको मालूम. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड द अंडरफिटिंग. और मैंने डेटा दिया छोटे बच्चे का, बनाया शूज उसने बड़े, ओवर फिटिंग हो गया, उसका पाव अगर डालेगा तो क्या छोटे का डाले, छोटे शूज बड़े का पाव नहीं जाएगा, बड़े के शूज में छोटे का पाव जाएगा, तो इट इज नॉट यूजेबल. दिस इज real time, just for understanding. Then bias and variance, जैसे मैंने बताया bias as high है तो underfitting, variance है तो overfitting मॉडल. ये कब लगने वाला है? जब आपका रिजल्ट आपके सामने आ जाएगा at that time. आपने मॉडल ट्रेन कर दिया, टेस्ट भी कर दिया, then you given the new data. जैसे में new data दिया and he is not working properly. That time we require bias and variance for underfitting and overfitting. Okay. Then how we can reduce cross validation or train the model properly. Okay, please next. To understand underfitting and overfitting, we require some few basics. Signal is the useful information of the data. Useful information यानी कि जो भी उसके values है वो proper चाहिए. Signal यानी कि data. The real pattern that helps the model makes correct prediction. आपका model correct prediction करे. Next is the noise. Whenever data is coming, it has some irrelevant data or irrelevant noise. देखो अगर मैं ऐसे बात कर रहा हूँ तो थोड़ा लास्ट बेंच में maybe some या पे थोड़ा swing ऐसा आवाज आ रहा है वो ऐड हो रहा है, बराबर? That is called the noise. Noise is unnecessary and irrelevant data that reduce the performance of the model. जितना मेरा आवाज लास्ट बेंच में जाना चाहिए वो somewhere is the obstacle or some noise is added. Okay, फैन अगर चालू तो फैन का चल उसमें ऐड हो जाता है. That is increase irrelevant. My accuracy is reduced. Bias happens when the model is too simple. मेरा मॉडल बहुत सिंपल है and giving a very good prediction, very good accuracy. Okay. And cannot capture the true pattern. अगर मेरा bias high है तो वो नहीं कर पा रहा. Next variance, if the machine learning model performs well with the trained data set. अगर आपने trained data set दिया तो बहुत अच्छे से काम करता है. But does not perform on the test data set or new data set. जैसे मैंने अभी एग्जांपल बताया वैसे. मेरा मॉडल वेरी नाइस एक्यूरेसी 99.7 एक्यूरेसी दे रहा है पकड़ के. मैंने न्यू डेटा दिया फॉर टेस्टिंग, इट गिविंग मी द वेरी लेस एक्यूरेसी, मे बी वी कैन से द 80%, it reduced 17.7%. So means my model worked on the training data set very nicely but not on the new data set. Exactly opposite होता है मेरा bias में मेरा डेटा सेट जो भी ट्रेनिंग में भी नहीं अच्छा रिजल्ट दे रहा है और टेस्टिंग में भी नहीं दे रहा है. ओके, नेक्स्ट. In machine there are two types of error. One is a reducible and irreducible. अब irreducible errors always present in model due to unknown variables. कुछ ऐसे variables हैं वो unknown है. Suppose we take the example, मेरे पास पूरे कॉलेज का पर्सन के सैलरी का डेटा है, एज वाइज, एक्सपीरियंस वाइज, नॉलेज, क्वालिफिकेशन, पूरा डेटा है. बट देयर इज सम पर्सन दैट मॉडल इज दैट डेटा इज अननोन. कुछ तो ऐसे दो चार लोग उनका डेटा है वहां पे लेकिन माय मॉडल इज नॉट कैप्चर दैट इज अननोन. दैट इज यू कैन से द इरेड्यूसिबल. उसको रिड्यूस नहीं कर सकते कभी. और रिड्यूसिबल में आपको रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं दैट एरर्स एंड दैट रिड्यूसिबल एरर्स आर डिवाइडेड into the two types with bias and variance. Next. यहाँ पे जैसे आप देखेंगे पिक्चर में एक्चुअल वैल्यू एंड मॉडल प्रेडिक्शन, इसका जो डिफरेंस है दैट इज कॉल्ड द बायस. ओके, जैसे मैंने वेरिएंस बताया इज अपोजिट टू द बायस. अगर मेरा बायस इज हाई माय मॉडल इज अंडरफिट, माय वेरिएंस इज हाई माय मॉडल इज ओवरफिट. Bias refers to the error caused by the model or very simple simplicity model. मैंने उसको complexity डाला ही नहीं और my model algorithm is very simple algorithm. But in a variance my model is complex but not worked on the new data. is the total loss or error equal to bias plus variance plus noise. कितना मेरा loss हो रहा है? Okay, so we can predict that. Next, here just variance and bias. I just it is concept related to the statistic mathematics, and they may apply to the machine learning. Then what is overfitting? Overfitting model performs very well on the training data. ट्रेनिंग डेटा को मेरे को बहुत अच्छा एक्यूरेसी मिल रहा है, बट जैसे मैं न्यू डेटा दे रहा हूँ इट इज नॉट गेटिंग माय गुड एक्यूरेसी. Human models learn from the details with noise in the training data, but in new data it fails to predict the same accuracy or good accuracy. Then my model is the overfit. Means variance is high. What is the reason behind overfitting the model? Use data for training is not clean. My data is not properly cleaned or properly processed. Model has a very high variance. Size of the training data set is not enough. Meaning, जैसे मैंने बताया डेटा सेट अगर छोटा है तो my model is not trained properly. Okay, it has only 10 records, and I am applying motion algorithm. It may be use a very nice accuracy in 10 data, 10 records or 10 data record data set. But when I use data as a testing purpose, then my model is failed. Next. If it is an underfitting, ML model has not learned from the properly, and in testing as well as training, it giving the wrong, not full accuracy. Then I can say the underfitting. In simple what I can say here, what happened? Underfitting and overfitting. Underfitting meaning the important features I missed. When we train the model, we have not taken the important features. That's why my model go into the underfitting. Overfitting, I choose the all features. Unimportant feature I select. So my model becomes the overfit. This is simple phenomena for the underfit and overfit. Next. How to avoid the overfitting? How to avoid the overfitting model? अगर मैं overfitting avoid करना है तो I can use the cross validation. Training with more data. Remove the features. Remove features means unwanted features. Overfitting में unwanted features सब feature नहीं देंगे. Not required. Only important feature. Then regularization. Then assemble learning, tagging and boosting. Next. How to tackle underfitting? How to avoid underfitting? Increase the number of features in data set. मैंने पहले बताया था underfitting मैंने most complete features देते. I have to increase the model complexity. मैंने simple algorithm लेगा. I have to use the complex algorithm. Reduce the noise in the data. Errors, unknown noise. I have tried to reduce. Increase the duration of training data. I have to increase the duration of training data. Next. Then what is the variance and trade-off? Variance and trade-off, or bias and variance trade-off. Bias is high, model is underfitting. Variance is high, model is overfitting. So what is the trade-off? We can make a balance. दोनों भी balance चाहिए. Variance भी high नहीं चाहिए और bias भी high नहीं चाहिए. दोनों भी moderate चाहिए. Means proper feature selection होना चाहिए, proper data set use होना चाहिए. Then I get the best fit model. Next slide. So best fit model means that is has the balance, bias and variance. उसको बायस and variance balance check. Then that model is the full fit model. There are three types of learning: supervised learning, semi-supervised learning, reinforcement learning, and reinforcement, supervised, unsupervised. There are three main models actually: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. But later on, we mix with the first two, supervised and unsupervised. That is called semi-supervised. Okay. We are going to in maybe the next session based on the learning. Next. These are the different stages to develop the ML product or to develop the ML project. First step is business understanding. What business? These are the different stages: business understanding, distributed analysis, data preparation, modeling, evaluation, and requirement. Next, business understanding. आप मॉडल कौन से बिजनेस के लिए तैयार कर रहे हैं? You have to understand first that model. What is the requirement? What type of data is required? From where you get that data? How techniques or what different techniques is required? What different models, algorithms is required? Everything you are understanding it. This is the first step. Or we can say the requirement gathering. It's simple. Next. Then expert analysis. You have to know from where you are getting the data. Data कहाँ से आ रहा है? You have to find the analyze that data. And it's simple. We can see work on that data before implementing the model. So this is required. Expert analysis में पूरा data को आपको observation करना है, understand करना है, what patterns will be there, how this data is important for me, how data is important for my business, how data is important for my model. This is you have to understand in the experimental data analysis. Next. From that you can understand the different patterns. Data से आपको कुछ तो pattern मिल जाएगा. Okay. Next. Then once you understand data, आपने data पूरा understand कर लिया, कहाँ से data आ रहा है, data कौन से type में structure है, unstructured है, it is semi-structured है, it is non-structured है, उसमें कितने value missing है, कितने value over predicted है, over given है. Suppose we take the example कि हम लोग देखते हैं कि भाई मेल फीमेल ऐसा रहता है, बराबर है, लिखना है मेल है फीमेल है. कुछ लोग पूरा मेल लिखते हैं, कुछ लोग खाली एम लिखते हैं, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं यस, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं नो. दिस इज डेटा इज कमिंग ऑन द सेम रो, मेल या फीमेल है, बराबर. सो मशीन इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंड मेल, अंडरस्टैंड एम इज आल्सो मेल, वन इज आल्सो मेल, नो मीन्स फीमेल. So this data you have to prepare or clean the data. Data preparation cleaning means you have to make the data proper. This is the cleaning of the data. अभी data हमारा खाली clean हो रहा है, proper जैसा चाहिए वैसा हो रहा है. Next. Then we have to मेरे पास data है, I have to find which model I have to use, which algorithm I have to use to implement this data. Based upon the data type, कौन से टाइप का डेटा है, टेक्स्ट है, ऑडियो और विद दिस कॉम्बिनेशन ऑडियो वीडियो है, वैसे डिपेंड्स मॉडल भी चूज नेक्स्ट. These are different modeling algorithms जैसे मैंने बताया, सुपरवाइज, अनसुपरवाइज, reinforcement, you can use it. Once model is selected, data is given, it evaluate the model. Evaluate करने के it gives some output to you. And this select the performance measure. मेरे इसके ऊपर उसको measure करना है, accuracy करना है, उसका prediction करना है, classification करना है, based upon that. मेरे को कौन से टाइप का आउटपुट चाहिए, मेरे को ट्री बैग चाहिए, मेरे को क्लासिफिकेशन चाहिए कि भाई ये एप्पल्स है, ये ऑरेंज है,